Hi, hello. I want to plead that you watch this video till the end. If you don't watch till the end, you will misunderstand what I am talking about in this video. Thank you and God bless you. All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is the End Time Truth Television channel. We urge you to subscribe to the channel, activate the bell icon by selecting all so that the next time we upload a new video, you will be among the first persons to be notified by Google. I'll be seeing you in the next video. Till then, shalom. All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. God bless you, depending on where you are watching me from. My courtesy is extended to you. I bring you an update on the recent developments in the Scoan, Synagogue Church of all nations. The church had come out to react on the happenings, more especially the eviction of certain disciples, as we watched in the video that came out last week in the news. And so a certain Mr. James Ahigwe, who is a member of the legal department of the church, came out on Sunday, yesterday to debunk the allegation that there had been victimization in the church. So you have this reported by reputable news sources in this country. Now, why I have to capture this is because I want you to read along with me, and so you will understand where the source is coming. Apart from this Vanguard, there are other reputable source of information that can be relied on, based on their transparency in reporting what is happening. Now, why I'm taking this route is that there are some bitter persons that have accused me of, being biased, reporting falsehood, and things that didn't happen. And I want to tell you guys that if I am to publish lies here, you see, my subscription count probably would have been very high. If I am to be antagonistic and just come out here with bitterness, not standing for the truth, the views on my channel would have been very, very high. But and if I am also to publish everything that I hear, the calls I receive, we wouldn't be saying or talking about the things we are talking here. I'm not here just for your views. I'm here to be objective and to allow the Lord have his way. Admittedly, we can make mistake. I admit, but I have never and I will never go out of my way to report falsehood. And so here you have Vanguard. And so those of you who are bitter, those of you who are not, interested in being open. Now, if you have any case, if you have any issue with this one, please consult Vanguard newspaper and deal with other media houses that have reported this. God bless you. And so here we have it. No victimization of any sort in Scoan, Ahigwe said. Synagogue Church of all nations, Scoan, has denied allegation of victimization in the church as it urged the public to disregard such reports. Mr. James Ahigwe of Scoan's legal department, in a statement on Sunday, said, "The attention of the leadership of Scoan has been called to the news on social media about the purported arrest and detention of some disciples by the newly appointed Scoan Board of Trustees, BOT chairperson and leader of the church, Mrs. Evelyn T.B. Joshua. We urge the general public and the teeming friends of the church to discountenance such reports, as it is a narrative conjured by detractors to discredit the church. We stand in the light and we cannot compromise the ideal and the legacy of our mentor and founder, late Senior Prophet T.B. Joshua, on integrity, spiritual worship, unconditional love, and humanitarianism. The public would recall that on September 9, 2021, the Board of Trustees, BOT of the Scoan, appointed Mrs. Evelyn T.B. Joshua as its chairperson. These followed an order of the Federal High Court in suit number FHC/L/CP/1109/2021 which appointed Mrs. Evelyn T.B. Joshua as a trustee. The BOT had also appointed Ms. T.B. Joshua as the new leader of the church, with ratification by over 2,000 strong jubilant congregation of the church at a meeting on Thursday afternoon. Now, I'd like you to take note of this segment here, that some of you have said that there is nothing like going to court, and there was nothing like crisis in the church. Now, if there was no crisis, if there was no leadership tussle, why would the church go to court? Why would Evelyn go to court? I mean, these are just simple, things that you put 1 + 1 together, a toddler will tell you it is 2. Now, if there was no crisis, if there was no, scuffles, if there were no tussles of who becomes who and who becomes what in the church, why would they need to go to court? It would have been a seamless transition. The court wouldn't have, been there to hear the case and to determine, whether the woman would be appointed as a member, will be first and foremost added into the BOT and then appointed as the chairperson. Now, it tells you that even while the man was alive, that the woman was not all that recognized in the leadership of the church. Now, but that is not what I'm saying. I have to go through this path because I've received so much insult and abuse, but it doesn't matter actually. Some of you are exhibiting who you are. The content that you have in your inner man is what you're exhibiting. So when you speak like your father, you are definitely showing example, being transparent. You are not being hypocritical. So well done to that. But if you say you are a Christian, Christianity has nothing to do with a particular denomination. It has nothing to do with, this is my church, that is your church. Christianity should be Christianity. If you are a Christian, you're a Christian. If you're not a Christian, you're not a Christian at all. It doesn't matter who you are and the church you attend. So here we have that the church went to court, and the court was the avenue where the authority was derived. The woman derived her authority from the court judgment that was given. And note that there were 2,000 strong jubilant congregation of the church at a meeting on a Thursday afternoon. So we go on. He says, following this, and in view of the discovery of huge cases of financial misappropriation perpetrated in the past few months, reckless individualism and unimaginable acts grossly antipodal to the sanctuary with the passing of the founder, the church leadership took steps to secure certain critical assets of the church with an authorization for a comprehensive audit of the activities of the church, since the call to glory of our founder and the general overseer in the interest of the global church members and the future of the church. This exercise involved some category of church workers, including disciples, and it is being carried out objectively under a regular and absolutely normal environment without any harassment whatsoever to any person or group of persons, contrary to the disingenuous narrative now being peddled by mischief makers. Once again, the church urges the public to disregard such reports and continue to support Scoan in prayers as it commences this new phase in the life of the ministry. Now, what I want to say is, looking at that video and this denial that nobody was molested and nobody was victimized. Now, I'm a bit looking away from whatever was the reason why those disciples that you saw in the video were evicted. At least you saw that they were evicted. Now, when he talked about 2,000 strong jubilant members being present in the meeting that they held, appointing the woman as the leader of the church. Now, those 2,000 jubilant members were not or are not mentioned as being part of the BOT. Now, could it be that those were the workers of the church? Now, the problem and the question I have is this: no matter what they have done, this is where I stand. Some of you hypocrites will want to attack me on this, but that is your own cup of tea. No matter what they have done, if we are to follow the principles of our Lord Jesus, the principle of let he that is without sin first cast the stone. Now, why would those ladies be shamed the way they were? Now, the lawyer here is denying that the dismissal or whatever that was done was done within a normal environment, but we saw people who gathered and were making fun and mockery of the women that were coming out. And of note, I uploaded that part, yesterday. Of note was the youngest of them, who appeared to be frightened, and she was a bit afraid of the crowd, the mammoth crowd that were standing there jeering at them, making mockery of them. If these people had served the church while the man was alive, let's say, all right, that they were found guilty of maybe embezzlement, or that they were found guilty of disrespecting the woman, as the former and the first report that we got, stated that those ladies were the people that disrespected the woman while the husband were alive. Now, let's say that, okay, that wasn't the issue, that maybe they stole, they were found guilty of embezzlement, or that they were found guilty of recklessness in the church. They were defiling the temple, as that big English there, seemed to be, alluding. Now, is it Christ-like? Is it Christ-like to shame them the way they were shamed? If those 2,000 members who were there when the woman was appointed and they were jubilant, now, were they supposed to celebrate the downfall of those disciples that way? We know that these disciples were not recently appointed. They had been in the ministries, maybe for months or for years, and which means that they had served, and probably they were living there. And I know if, the system of the church that we were told how it works is anything to go by, they were there, just there for this purpose of the church, serving in the church. Now, evicting them this way and throwing them out that way is where I actually have problem. It's where I have problem, because making an open show of them, disgracing them like that, some of them may not recover from the shock of what they witnessed. It's like suddenly, it's so abrupt, suddenly, the same environment that had, welcomed you, now suddenly became hostile to you. And listen, I'm an African and I live in Nigeria. Listen, the tone of the people who gathered there are the tones of people who suddenly has switched allegiance from one to the present person who took that decision. So, in as much as the report here says that there is nothing like victimization, and that it has nothing to do with them disrespecting the woman, because when he said, that the narrative that is going on is false, that means he is denying that being disrespectful to the woman was not the reason why they were chased away. Fine and good. And listen to me, I'm not saying that if they were disrespectful to the woman, that she doesn't have the right to lay them off, because she is assuming a new post, and she has the right to choose those that she think she would work with successfully. But the manner in which it was done is what I am talking about here. So this one that they came out to deny this, that something is still not right within the synagogue. I know you will come after me. Thank you. God bless you. But then it is what it is. You cannot gag my mouth. I'll be seeing you in the next video. From me to you. Shalom.